like the 5, 4, 3. Like I asked her to do.
Okay, are you already going? Okay, she didn't. She's already pushed play, so...
But, all I'm trying to... what were we talking about before she yelled at us to quit being funny without the mics on?
I don't know.
Just do your thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dance monkey dance. Fuck me.
We're not doing that on the podcast.
That's a different podcast.
It's a whole different podcast. Though we could probably pull off an entire podcast just like that. Not a fucking...
I was going to say,
But about
Jesus
fucking...
Christ,
Hey, if people can watch horror movies, we can watch and comment on porn.
oh my God. We should
start
do
a
that.
new podcast. Fuck books and bullshit. We've got a whole new podcast coming at you.
Called fucking bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but having reaction videos to Zach watching porn might be
I should
hilarious.
narrate porn.
The
raunchiest
cringier.
fucking porn we can find.
Yeah, but you'll go for fucking not good porn. You'll find you'll just be bad at picking the porn.
Wait a minute.
You should let me pick the porn, and then you have to just deal with the fallout of whatever I choose for you.
I think that should be the game is we pick porn for each
other.
other to watch.
The worst part is I'll be like, no, I've seen this one.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 35 seconds in, first facial of the 10-minute video.
Yeah.
What?
Ugh, another tentacle porn video. Boring.
Oh, this is Billy Bob Thornton getting hand drawn from David Carradine. Where did you find this?
I have my sources.
Wait a minute.
I told you I used to work in the porn industry.
Wait a minute. Billy Bob Thornton is tying up David Carradine in the closet. This one David Carradine died? Yeah. Too soon. The dude died beating it in a fucking closet.
Hey, look, he died doing what he loved.
Jacking off in a closet?
With
He
a
died
rope
in the
around his
closet?
neck.
David Carradine died in the closet.
That's sad.
He never got to come out of the closet.
He came in the closet.
That's kind of the question I have. Did he actually manage to get off before he got...
I hope so.
Did he get off before he went off?
Well, I think getting off and going off would be the same thing. It's like a sprinkler. Oh, yeah, that's too fucking hard.
I just feel bad because it's like if you were trying really hard to get off and then you died right before you got there.
I
mean, first off,
I would be a fucking poltergeist.
in that one closet. But imagine being the Reaper who came to collect. Oh, this is awkward.
Sorry. And everybody forgets David Carradine was a kung fu star. So it's like, sorry, David, I'm going to need you to come with me. I tried. No. I mean...
No, like, literally, we're going to have to
He would
go
haunt that
now.
closet, and everything you would hang up in there, he would take out, and it would look like Lewinsky's dress. Just, what the fuck are these spots all over my clothes? It's ectoplasm.
That's the kind of fucking ghost that would be.
Just coming on dresses and closets.
Just coming on people's clothing with no explanation whatsoever. People going like, God damn it, not again! Somebody keeps breaking into my house and jerking off on my favorite clothes.
Oh, man. Yeah. That would be me. Anyway, so we're supposed to be doing...
So there's going to be a new podcast coming, guys. Stay tuned.
Oh my God, that's going to be a Patreon thing. Why is all of our Patreon porno related?
Because we literally are one-trick ponies. It's all we've got. Everything comes back to porn.
Porn and
Everything.
bullshit. Like, this started like books. We rarely talk about books anymore.
Or we use books as a vehicle to talk about porn.
And other horse shit.
We're frauds. We don't even write books. I
can't even read.
No.
All right, so I think this time we were talking about audiobooks, right? Like, that's... This time, we're talking about audiobooks. Let's talk about people narrating porn. But seriously, though.
By the way, that's Zach and I'm Martina. If you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know that by now, how the fuck did you find us?
Sorry, I am Zachary Chopchinsky, the Bowtie author, recently labeled the gay icon by
wow.
Martina's daughter. I am a gay icon, apparently.
So she says. Well, technically.
And then your daughter-in-law called me the rainbow tie author, which is... I'll take that. I'll wear a rainbow bow tie.
Actually, I think Jordan called you both a gay icon and the rainbow tie author.
That's why Jordan's my favorite. Yeah.
She's also the one who said, "Tell Zach I said what's up," as I was leaving.
Sup, Jordan? Deuces.
They don't listen to the podcast.
Damn it.
I know.
How do your daughters not read either one of our shit? They don't listen to the fucking pod. What are they doing?
My child literally just finished book 3 of mine, and she read book 2 and 3, like, one right after the other, after 3 years. She's like, I should probably read that. Oh, you think? Okay.
Mama's little favorite.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bitch. Fucking books put food in your mouth. You best be grateful. That's a lie.
I was gonna say that's more than mine. My books don't put shit on the table. My books
literally
just sit
don't
on the
put
goddamn
shit on
table.
the table.
And I'm here with the Martina Magazine. Magazine.
Oh yeah, I'm here too.
Oh yeah, Martina's here. Sorry, yay, Martina.
He talks about the bullshit. I talk about porn.
There's books somewhere in there. I swear to fucking God, we always mean to bring up books. We just don't.
We're not very good at what we do.
But for some reason, you're listening, so that's a thing.
And we think we're funny, so we re-listen to our own podcasts.
We appreciate
like the narcissistic fucks we are.
We appreciate everything that you guys do to make us feel special.
Oh God, for a second I thought I canceled out the porn that I pulled up for the next segment, but no, I didn't.
Porn's still there? Oh, thank Christ. So anyway, audiobooks. What's the deal with those?
I'm going to start by saying that I don't generally listen to audiobooks.
I don't either, and I'll tell you why. I don't listen to them.
Because I don't like them. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
The curtains is dying right now.
And I'll tell you why. That's the whole point of this podcast, Zach, is so that you can tell people of your opinion on shit that nobody cares about.
Everybody, listen. Thank you. So...
Did you just take a picture of him?
No.
Because he, like, froze. Like, you were like...
We're
okay. You're alright.
Okay. Okay.
There's Bambina over there looking salty as
Looking
shit.
for her food that I move.
Is that why it smells like fucking cat farts in here? Is the fucking cats in here?
And now we're gonna hear Bambina eating the whole time.
It is. Okay, that weird smell that you've never smelled before, Bambina must have farted.
Oh,
she stinks
yeah,
so bad.
Well, I tell you what, it was a weird fucking smell.
She
was probably lurking right back here.
We took her to the vet when we first got her because her shit smelled so bad, and the vet thought we were fucking with her. And we show up, we're like, yes, we're playing a gag. We're paying like $150 to be here for a laugh. And we're like, yeah, so her poop stinks, like a lot. And the vet with a straight face goes, well, you know, poop stinks, right? I'm like, listen, bitch. All right, so I'm not paying money for you to be a smart ass.
Don't get it twisted, bitch.
Yeah. And she goes, well, maybe she has beaver fever. And I'm like, all right. Listen,
my cat's sexual orientation is none of your concern.
and like, I'm like, please tell me this. And she goes, no, it's a thing. It happens in Maine, I guess, when beavers build dams. It's a bacteria in their urine, and it travels from like cat. So she was on a farm, so that happens. Basically, her mom drank water from the outside. It's contaminated by beaver urine, and then now she has a bacteria in her intestines and her poop stinks. Like that's pretty much the punchline. And I'm like, I feel like this. You're setting up like you've been punked, and like Ashton Kutcher's about to kick in this fucking.
I feel
door.
like Crumb Suddenly on this podcast will kill you. Like that's what it sounds like when they just explain all the ways you could die.
Huh?
You've never listened to This Podcast Will Kill You?
No.
It's basically them just like...
Is it My Favorite Murder, but you die?
Kind of. Like, it's just basically like... I think they're like two immunologists or something. Like, so they just talk about all the things in the world that could potentially kill you.
A lot. Finn.
So many. All the things.
Everything in this room could kill you.
I live with
that poster, that trophy up your ass will kill you. It'll kick out your colon. Do girls have colons? Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking prostate. Never mind.
What just happened here? What was that fucking train of thought that just jumped the track and killed several people?
I'm working some shit out in my head. Just give me a minute, I'll be back.
Are you ever going to tell us why you don't like audiobooks?
Oh
Zach?
shit, audiobooks! Oh yeah. Why don't I like audio? Okay, so I just don't.
Wow.
No.
Riveting content.
No, like audiobooks, and here's the funny thing about it is like I don't really like audiobooks. Meanwhile, I'm currently paying a man to make my books audiobooks.
Because other people do like audiobooks.
Well, I'm not shitting on it. Yeah, as a general rule, I just don't like it because if I'm gonna go through a book, I really have to like be reading it. I don't know. I don't absorb it audiobooks as much as I do actual hard books in my hand. God damn it! I'm trying to. I'm like, okay.
Zach likes hard books in his hand.
Serious thoughts, Martina. Hard book in your hand. I said book, not cock. Cock and book.
Yeah, I'm the childish one in this
We should make an
relationship.
adult, a male strip club that where all the male dancers are book themed, and we'll call it the Cock and Book.
That's not fun.
We can even release one in Germany called the Cock and Booken.
How quickly could we get sued for that?
Fine, we'll call it the Kook and Booken, and it'll be sweet.
The dogs are fucking horrified.
Or there'll just be one guy on stage slamming his balls in a heavy book. Just slamsies. Just.
I believe they call those S&M clubs.
Oh.
Layla, what are you doing?
I'm just letting the cat out.
She's letting the pussy.
Layla! You can't leave us alone in here!
I'm taking the headphones!
Then Zach will just basically be talking to listen to himself. Like,
Yep.
like a little boy.
So, anyway, so that's my I don't know, like, what do you think, Martina? Like, are you a fan of the audiobooks? I think you already said so, no, but...
It's weird, because I remember when we were running from the hurricane, like, probably 18 years ago when it hit Florida, the one that was, like, they thought it was going to be, like, a Category 5 or whatever, and we were like, fuck it. We all just, like, piled all the people and the dogs in the car, and we were just like, we're booking out of state. Took us 14 hours to get out of Florida because everybody else was coming with us. So when we ran so far out of state, we hit Virginia to see my uncle. But before we left, we stopped at a Barnes & Noble, and my sister got the Da Vinci Code on audiobook. And so we listened to it on the way home, and it was good. It was fine. But when I try to listen to audiobooks in general, okay, let me scratch it. I listen to fiction podcasts now. And when I do that, there's different people for every single character. There's ambient noise in the background that corresponds. Like, so it's basically like listening to a movie without being able to see it. Whereas when you listen to an audiobook, it's usually one narrator doing all the voices. And it's just like, it's not as an immersive experience as it is like when I listen to fiction podcasts. So I guess it kind of spoiled me.
So fiction podcasts is almost like back in the day when they had like in the 20s when they had like things on the radio.
Yes, back in the day, like War of the Worlds kind of thing.
Yeah.
So once you've had that, it's very hard to just go to like one narrator who is enunciating to within an inch of their lives, and everything is very precise, and it's just like, also, when I hear my own writing read back to me, I have the worst, I would say secondhand embarrassment, but because I wrote it, it's firsthand embarrassment. I'm just mortified. Like, why are people reading my words at me? It's very...
I have a narcissistic effect because when I was listening to the samples of my new audiobook narrator reading my book back to me, I was like, God damn it, I'm a good writer.
Yeah, that's never been something that's just flown out of my mouth.
But
Like, I never sit back and I'm just like, God damn, I'm good. Like,
well, here's the thing, though. I actually think I'm a shit writer. But there's something like maybe it's the way that his voice brings it to life, because he actually does a really, really good job. And that might be it. I'm immersed by his voice. I think it's pretty good. I'm actually very excited.
well, here's the thing. So some of my characters are British.
Oh, blimey, governor.
Right. So when I was listening to audiobook, the auditions, some of them took that English accent and they just fucking rammed it hard. And they were just like, oh, that's upsetting. Like, so I would send them to Molly, who lives in England, and Molly and her husband would read them and they'd be like, wow, that is aggressive. No, nobody talks like that in England.
On that note, Molly, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, so I would send her all of my auditions, and she'd be like, okay, this one actually sounds like a real English accent. I was like, okay. But then, when you have one narrator and it's a woman, and then she's like lowering her voice to do like the male character, and he's also British, it's oh god, I don't know. My neck gets all hot when I listen to it. My face starts to burn. I'm just like, no, I just can't do it. It's not that my narrator isn't awesome. She's amazing. Tanter did a great job of like...
I'll tell you what, here's what I'll do for you as a gift to you. I'll put in a phone call to my homeboy, Idris Elba, and I'll see if he'll do your book for you.
Idris Elba could do anything he wanted. My book, me, whatever. Like, he could just come and paint my house and I'll watch. I don't fucking care.
He could read a phone book to me.
Yes. A shampoo bottle even. I don't care. Could read nothing at all. He could just sit and look pretty. I'm fine with that too.
Or the guy from that plays Amenadiel in Lucifer.
Oh, he's so beautiful. Why can I never remember his name?
Because he's pretty. He doesn't have to have a name.
No, but but he is worthy of being named. He's not just a piece of ass. He's angelic.
That's why I just call him Amenadiel. That's the name.
It actually sounds like a very demonic name, but it's not. It's actually probably a very made up name because I don't think that's one of these. Charles. What's happening, my friend?
Why are you walking around the room, Charles?
Maybe he is looking for you.
If he pukes on my feet, I'm done.
He's not really a puker.
He's a poop.
He's not. He'll poop on things and he'll pee on things.
If you
But
shit on
puking's
me,
not his thing.
I've never been shit on. Other than myself.
Oh, that's a charming story.
Oh, girl, you want to hear a charming story?
No, I don't want that story. I definitely don't ever want that story. Sometimes it's hard enough looking at you.
Damn. Fucking shots fired.
So, now that we've exhausted audiobooks, moving on to... I don't like them, the end, period. Thanks for...
But a lot of people do. And
some people exclusively just read audiobooks. My friend Lynn, she just loves audiobooks because she's busy and she could just have the story and,
Kaylee Curtains is a fan of them, yeah, because it's like you put them out of the car or at work. I'm yawning. It doesn't work like that.
It's like, I'm already bored.
Well, no, if I do that, if I yawn and just like fall forward, passing out, I'm about to really deep throw this big black dick in my face.
Yeah.
Charlie,
Don't forget to,
relax the jaw and make eye contact.
Yes, and like fucking, protect your teeth.
Yes. Remember out there, kids. When you're giving fellatio, do not bare your teeth. It is a sign of aggression.
Charlie, come here, sweet boy. Hey, fucker, come here.
The love of my life, my little baby. Get your fucking ass over here.
Hi, baby. Oh, little baby. Oh, thank you for the kisses. This is the nicest I am to anybody.
That's true. She's kind of an asshole to everybody else.
It's true. It's what I do.
So, now... Damn. So, I had things we were going to discuss with audiobooks.
Okay.
But I feel like the best way to give you guys an absolutely fantastic feel of what a good audiobook sounds like is I think I need to read a book as an audio narrator.
So you can conversely hear what a bad narrator sounds like.
No. And here's what we're going to do. You're going to give me a book, and you're going to tell me what famous character and or person I'm going to read it as. Oh, so let's go to the board. We've asked 100 readers what they would like to hear me read, and survey says, Curtains, pick a book.
There's got to be something on here that's like, what about Pride and Prejudice or one of those classics? Those aren't owned
We have a
by anybody.
shitload of classics. We got Iliad, we got the Brothers Grimm, we've got some Anne Rice.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times.
You'd have to read it just like that.
You basically want to bore people to death.
No, because he's gonna.
I'm gonna lively it up.
And then I'm gonna make fun of him.
Aww. Alright.
See, Layla's okay with me making fun of him.
Give me picture books. I'll narrate a picture book.
You can't.
So what had happened was...
You can't narrate anything that's copywritten.
Layla's on a leash.
That's the thing we're into, Martina. Shut up.
What do you want?
What I really, really want? Martina, what do I want?
I don't know, just pick a classic that's not the Iliad, because good God.
Don't get Divine Comedy either.
Which one's that?
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Do you have Moby Dick? Yeah, that sounds good.
Is it 20,000 Leagues or Moby Dick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For those of you who played the home game, the curtain just went, uh-huh.
Oh, Pinocchio, for sure.
Give me Pinocchio. You know what? I'm going to read Pinocchio, but I'm going to change all that shit around. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. All right. So, Pinocchio.
Oh, please don't be offensive to anybody.
Too late. I'm sure he's already offended at least one person.
You know Alex is offended.
All right. So somebody give me a character to read this shit as.
I mean, you only have like 3 in your arsenal.
Then fuck me up and give me something I'm not used to.
I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that you wouldn't make horribly offensive.
You did that entire podcast switching voices.
All right.
So pick one.
Surprise us.
I don't know. Like, I get to find a good scene out of this shit, so it's funny.
There is no good scenes in
There is
Pinocchio.
no good.
Sit on my face and lie to me, bitch. I don't know.
Oh, that's Pinocchio.
I guarantee you there was a porn like that.
Oh, I am sure there was.
Oh, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
Lie to me, tell me the truth. Lie to me, tell me the truth. Whoa, what am I looking at?
Look at some of these illustrations, like everybody was kung fu fighting. I've never looked at the illustrations.
That looks kind of dirty.
So we got Pinocchio that just is like Neo from the Matrix, scissor kicking Geppetto in the face.
But he looks naked.
He is naked. It looks like Geppetto was in the
Made
midst
of
of carving
wood.
a dick on him.
Come here.
And now
He's trying to defend himself.
And now Pinocchio is running bare-assed through the streets. Geppetto is chasing him. Oh, this is the original version where Jiminy Cricket is like, "Hello, I'm a talking cricket, and I'm going to give you some life advice." And Pinocchio is like, "Holy fucking shit, a talking cricket!" And he beats him to death with a wooden mallet. The fucking Germans. They're like,
he murders Jiminy Cricket?
in the real Pinocchio story, like this one, he kills Jiminy Cricket in like the first chapter. Because Jiminy Cricket's like, "I'm going to help you." And he's like, "What the fuck are talking crickets?"
I'm sorry. I mean, I
murders
don't think I would
Jiminy.
murder a talking cricket. I mean, I might have questions, and I might be scared, but I mean...
Well, it depends. Like, "I would never murder a talking cricket. That's such a lovely thing." And the cricket says some shady shit like, "You need to lose some weight." "All right, you're going to fucking die, cricket."
Yeah, okay, well, I don't know why you had to go there, but sure. If a cricket called me fat, like a squirrel, perhaps, I might actually...
I don't know. I haven't killed Zach yet, so.
Okay, I said fat, funky squirrel one goddamn time.
No, I actually said it quite.
Yeah, you've said it a couple times now.
We're supposed to be talking about audiobooks, not my fat, funky squirrel. It's like the funky Cole Medina.
So you are saying that Layla is a fat one?
No, I'm a hit a bitch.
That's
So now
illegal
you're
too.
abusing your fat funky squirrel.
Fuck all of you.
That's illegal too.
In the vaginas.
No. That's a no from me, dog.
Not after you call me a fat funky squirrel.
Yeah, you'll never see her vagina again.
You know what? Going back to the topic at hand, one of the interesting things about audiobooks is that there are audiobook narrators that have huge social media followings, and the trick is to get an audiobook narrator that has a big ass social media following, and you will organically get sales from people that'll just listen to them read a phone book.
Well, I'll tell you what. There are male romance audiobook narrators, and there's like 3 or 4 of them that are like big names, and everybody wants these guys to read their books. I have not managed to like grab one to listen to, because I don't know if I can do it. I've never listened to a romance novel of any kind on audiobook. And I just, once the sex starts happening, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if there's sound effects. I don't know if their voices change.
So this is either gonna work for you or it's gonna mortify you.
Yes, I'm already mortified just talking about it. I don't know why, because I listen to you fucking read gay porn all the time, which
I'm
I
not
find
sexy.
hilarious. Well, I don't know that they are either.
Who's the guy that did that, What the Fuck You Guys?
Oh, Randy Rainbow?
Can you imagine if Randy Rainbow... What the fuck you guys? When will we demilitarize?
That's fucking great. He's
What
a genius.
if he did audiobooks?
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't listen to it, because he's awesome. He's a great performer. But I feel like it's just not his thing.
I feel like Morgan Freeman should just solely do audiobooks for the rest of his life.
I mean, I really enjoyed him as my navigator on my Waze app. It was the whole reason I downloaded Waze is because they were like, for a limited time, Morgan Freeman can be your narrator or your navigator.
And then it went away.
Yeah. I was stuck with fucking Lance.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left, and then turn left.
Fucking Lance. Our boy band guy.
Lance serenaded us all the way to a con that shall not be named. No.
No, the PenCon.
Yeah, the PenCon. We can talk about naming that one.
Yes, we will name PenCon. We were there.
It was dope. I was a bad guy in a murder mystery.
And I did a panel. Well, I was on a panel. I didn't do them.
I did the whole panel.
that was a different con.
And the curtains videotaped it. It got really weird. It's like that guy winging fucking vibrators at Indie Book Fest that Jen...
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Somebody was winging vibrators?
Yes.
I missed vibrators at Indie Book Fest.
Yep. Yeah, they were giving out vibrators. There was one guy that wrote romance, and somebody that is going to be here this weekend was given a vibrator.
Like, I just feel like... I don't know why, but I feel like...
They were pocket
I feel like
rockets.
they're like it was like big, full-on dildos with, like, the suction cups at the bottom. Like, he's just winging them at people. They're just sticking at people's foreheads. I have a whole different scene happening in my head than was probably what
was that scene in American Pie 2 where they find that dildo in those girls' house and the guy that plays Stifler is running around the house going, dildo, dildo, dildo. And they're chasing him, trying to wrangle him to get the puck out. And he goes, dildo, dildo, dildo. And he's running through the hallways.
Which would be Zach if somebody was throwing dildos at a fucking book.
Okay, Brian Kreishner, the dude the chubby guy that does all his comedy with shirtless. Bert. Yeah. Have you seen the skit where he does about flying dildos?
Yes.
Fucking, we want flying dildos. Hey fellas, yeah, what you want? Yeah, flying dildos.
He's like on crack all the time. Like he's so just on a level 12 when everybody else in the world is on a 7. He's just like, whew. Sometimes I want them to like get close enough that I can see if his pupils are blown because he's just next level excited all the time.
I think he's funny. It creeps Layla out that he's shirtless the whole time.
Yeah, it is a strange shtick. Yeah, it is weird. I just want him to kind of cover that shit up. It's not fair. If some woman was standing up there topless trying to do comedy, it would not be the same way the audience reacted.
No, I think they'd be a lot more into it.
Or not, depending on how in or out of shape she was. Because he is not fit.
No, I feel like they would still be into it, no matter what.
I think
dudes are gross.
You married him.
Okay, so that would be weird. An audiobook, they're audio reading you erotica?
It's not necessarily erotica, just
but I'm saying
erotic romance, I guess. So yeah, there's definitely the sex.
I wonder if that would be more or less stimulating than reading it to yourself.
I mean, people are really, really into this one narrator whose name I cannot remember because I can never remember when I need to. But like, people will always be like, "Oh my God, are you having so and so read your audio, like your book? Is he gonna be your narrator?" Like, so some people like just use the same guy for every book or whatever, but like I'm so afraid to like dive into that because I don't know if it's gonna be really good or really creepy. Like some dude moaning in my ear about another dude who's also there, and then how do you differentiate? Like, who's doing what? Like,
And if they put in sound effects, it's gonna get really weird.
it's gonna get weird. And does he just, even if he doesn't put in sound effects, what if they, like, just change the modulation of their voice based on what he's saying or what he's doing? Because if somebody's growling or rumbling or muttering or whatever, like, they change the inflection. I don't know. You know, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. But at some point, somebody's going to be narrating my male audiobooks, and that means I'm going to have to listen to auditions.
Can we have the Curtains audition for it?
I'll read your shit.
But it's two dudes. I need a dude reading it. Like, that's
Plot twist.
Layla's all like, hey, I bet you thought this was going to be two dudes. Or Layla just talks like this the whole time.
We can get Maurizio Venturini to do it.
He has an accent, right?
Yes, he does.
Very thick.
And a lot of body hair.
Well, I don't think that's neither here nor there with the audio.
I'm just saying Layla's...
Unless he plans on leaving a little piece of himself behind in every audiobook.
I'm just saying Layla's dad looks like a bear.
Well, so do you.
I'm not a bear.
Okay, not in the, like, gay sense of the word, but you've got a lot of body hair.
I do. Sometimes I feel like Robin Williams. Robin Williams had a shirt of body hair.
Indeed. I remember.
I miss you, Robin Williams.
Me too. Now I'm sad.
Damn, way to bring down a room.
Anyway, let's talk more about gay porn. Wait. No, we're talking about gay porn
Audiobooks. We're talking about audiobooks.
So, Zach, just carry this for a sec, because I want to see if I can find a name of that guy.
So, but I wonder, if there's a genre that it would be weird for an audiobook to be read in, right? Because, like, I guess if you have the right person for it, there's no genre that's off-size for an audiobook. I can imagine there might be certain fetishized audiobook, like, mostly, like, dirty fan fictions that you really wouldn't do it. But, I mean, other than that, you can pretty much have an audiobook on anything. But I feel like certain subjects, like, Iliad, honestly, like the dense old classics would just knock you the fuck out if you had to listen to that shit as an audio.
Michael Pauly. That's the narrator that everybody wants to narrate their books.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, I'll give him a call.
I'm just saying, like, that's his name, and supposedly he's got a super dreamy voice. Just saying.
For a lot of legal reasons that I can obviously pick out myself without any help from the Peanut Gallery, we probably can't play any of his audio on here.
I mean, I would imagine if he's got a sample on...
If he's on ACX, he has a sample.
I mean, let's just see what happens.
Martina, if you get us arrested, I swear to God.
Oh, what? One of our 12 listeners is going to fucking turn us in?
We love all 12 of you.
We do, for sure.
That's why we know they will never turn us in.
Yeah, you won't turn us in. You fucking love us, and you know you do.
They do have an audible sample.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they have to. Well, they don't have to.
Like the way you're like, they have to. Well, okay, well, I don't know.
But they have to.
Most audio
Maybe
narrators do.
I should read
Part
this.
1.
Michael, you scared me.
Zach.
Ooh.
What?
Chapter 1.
Zach?
Jillian. What did you do? I called the moment I walked through the front door. I was greeted with a cacophony of barks, meows,
I
and a
actually
few
don't like his voice.
high-pitched.
Okay, see? This right here is exactly what I'm going to talk about. The fucking... You have to enunciate when you have... when you're reading somebody else's work in an audiobook. Like, but people don't talk this way.
It's very robotic and mechanical, you know?
Yes, and that's the one thing I don't like about just even my own audiobooks is that, like, the stuff that's very conversational doesn't sound conversational. It sounds very stiff and stilted. Like, and it's like, I just can't get past
the formality. It's almost like fucking your dad, right? So if he gets into like, you know, serious like sexy stuff, it's just gonna take you right out of the mood. Unless you're into fucking your dad.
Sorry. What? Wait. What?
like it's just like it's such a turn off when they open their mouth. Like your dad. I don't fucking know.
Let's listen to my narrator for a moment.
But she held up her hand. He stopped, palms raised in surrender. She hunched in on herself. She had a thing about personal space, but she gave him a ghost of a smile anyway.
She gave up the goat.
See, like
I like her.
She's much better.
She's an
very
excellent narrator.
melodic.
She's very popular, and she's got a fuck ton of books. Her name is Kristen Watson Hines, and she's very good at what she does. This is no diss on you whatsoever. Please still do my third book. I'm just saying that, like, and she does a great job with Ember, for sure. Like, she definitely has her sort of, like, blasé attitude. But when she gets to Mace, and that's where this was heading, which is why I stopped it, because it, again, the embarrassment factor, I'm already starting to turn bright red. But it's just that. And by the way, that book that I clicked on, the Michael Polly one, I didn't realize it at the time, but it was called Forever, Four, because there's 4 dudes that fall for each other. Yes.
So I just realized something. I've been cracking jokes at Pinocchio this whole time because Germans. And it was written by an Italian.
Yeah, you dumbass. You thought it was German?
Why would you think it was
Geppetto?
Pinocchio?
Geppetto? Like,
Pinocchio is Italian. It sounds Italian.
I know. That's
So why would you think it was German?
because it's the story style. It's unhappy. It's macabre and fucked up. It's like an old German fairy tale.
Are you saying my people can't be unhappy and fucked up? Because I will show you unhappy and fucked up.
I already know.
Layla's pointing at herself, by the way.
I already know.
She's like, I'm unhappy and fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Well, that's why I looked it up, because I'm looking at the name of the author, and I'm like, Carlo Collodi. I just want to do this with my hands as I read it.
This is why I'm unhappy and fucked up.
Because Zach doesn't understand.
And I'm surprised that they did. An Italian wrote a book about a boy that's all wood and no body hair.
Maybe it's wish fulfillment. Can we just talk about the yin and yang formation our dogs are doing right now?
Look at an overshot.
Yeah, you definitely need to get a picture of this.
But if I move it,
I
then
need to
move.
put that on my Patreon.
Uh-oh. The little one's looking at me. Continue talking. Like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so anyway, so blah, blah, blah. The dogs need to not look up because we're totally doing other adult-like things that don't involve the dogs moving from their current position, which is completely adorable. They're just looking at me. They're listening to me talk. Blah, 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 blah. Loki, you don't need to look up.
Okay, you could actually talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, God, like anybody
Oh,
wants to
damn.
listen to that fucking narration. Like,
Charles did. Did you get a good picture?
Aw.
Aww. Martina's
so
leg
cute.
is in there.
Well, I'm sorry.
I don't want your leg in there. I want Levi's leg in there, so it's a 3-dog.
They have to pay extra for 3 dogs.
You pay extra now. Well, and my
Johnny.
my audiobook narrator, we'll listen to him in a little bit because we'll have to use the computer that the current's using. But I really like how he actually brings my character. He does a really good job, and he doesn't have a lot of books out, but he's a budding audiobook narrator. It looks like, but I think he's great. I'm actually really, really happy. I did have to have a conversation with him though, because when you're doing audiobooks, you do have to kind of set your people up for success. And I did tell him, I was like, so in my third book, huh? I was like, so in my third book, how are you with having sex with yourself? I was like, because you're going to have to describe a scene as a boy and a girl having sex with one another. You good with that? And he goes, honestly, at that point, I get so into the character, I won't even notice. I'm like, all right.
I mean, you have to understand, these people are basically actors. Like, that's the whole point of, like,
Yeah.
a lot of these people are actors, in fact. Like, in addition to other things. Like, they're voice actors, or at least that's what they're supposed to be. So, yeah, I think they have to be kind of into what they're doing for it to work. Jesus Christ, I fucking rubbed my eye again. This is why I don't wear makeup, because I can't be
Because
trusted.
you end up looking like Gene Simmons
Yes,
from Kiss.
exactly. I mean, luckily nobody else is going. We're not really going to see anybody.
Sidaway's gonna show up and think I hit you.
That's right. I'll smear Layla's makeup and it'll look like we got.
Oh,
into a
it's
fight.
like that time I just caked on lipstick and Layla came home and I was like, I wanted to be pretty for you. She's like, what the fuck did you just do? It took so long to get that lipstick's a bitch to get off.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I learned. It got in my beard and shit in my mustache. It was a motherfucker.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh.
I mean, lipstick is like oil based. It's got like a.
Yeah, just smeared around.
That's why I use Stila, because it's like matte and it stays on forever.
So,
Little makeup tip for you there.
do we have any comments from our social medium?
We do.
I'm sorry, we're both yawning.
Sorry, we're as usual.
Phoning this in completely.
Phoning this in, like just fueled by caffeine and lack of sleep.
Did you see that post? I'm almost 100% positive you did. It was about Coca-Cola, and it was like Coca-Cola needs to quit giving us new flavors. Either put Coke back in it or shut up.
Yes, exactly. All right. Let's go to our audience. So, Molly says, I tried to listen to an audiobook once and just found my attention drifting so much and so often I couldn't really keep up with what was going on. Maybe I'll give it a go again and just lie in bed and listen versus trying to do other things which take away my focus. I was like, damn, where's this going?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's just it. Is it doesn't hold my attention.
Wait, this is funny, but not intentionally. Jennifer says, I listen mostly while driving. A good narrator with good equipment is super important to the listening experience.
Why did you say it like that? A good narrator with good equipment.
Because we were just talking about narrators doing book porn.
You made it dirty.
I make everything dirty. It's
That's
what
true.
I do.
It's really weird when we have family events.
Not in your family.
That's true. That's true.
Cassie says, I like them if the author sounds interesting.
So it sounds like the narrator aside, the book itself, its story has to be good, which I think goes with anything, really.
And then some chick named Layla said, personally, I'm picky about a narrator's voice. I want the voice to be pleasant to listen to, but I also want to be able to hear the difference between characters. Truth. I don't really have a preference to male or female voices, but I think I've liked more audiobooks done by male voices than female voices. That may or may not be a coincidence. I used to listen to a lot of audiobooks since I had a somewhat long commute to work. When we bought a house, I canceled my Audible subscription to save money. Ironically, now I have an even longer commute. Wow.
I don't know if you could pick up on it by just that story, but something about the way that Layla girl writes it, she really wants the D. Like, I don't know. I'm just getting a lot of that vibe from it.
I didn't get that vibe at all. I don't think the curtains did either.
Aww.
CJ says, I drove a lot in my last job. Fell in love with audiobooks. So fell in love with damn it, Esri.
Fucking check your spelling.
Or she just cut and pasted. My favorite is the Storm of Crows series by Leah Bardugo. Each main character has its own narrator. Good for you. Sorry. That's 7 narrators. Is it? Best audio production I've ever heard. I've been lucky with my books too. I found 2 husband and wife teams to act the characters. Vicky says, I love audiobooks in the car. I like the ones with narrators who can sound like different people. Orson Scott Card books are read by like 4 different people. It's great. Yeah, you know what they also are? Trad Pub.
You know what that also means? Ka-ching!
Yeah. Jane says, love audiobooks. If, capitalized, the narrator isn't dull and monotonous, and the story is exciting enough to keep me interested, but not so intricate with a million different plots. Nice, cozy mysteries or books I want a reread of before reading the sequel. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Rebecca, I read faster on my own, so I don't normally listen to audio. I'm too impatient for it. That's the other thing. They do read slowly. My audiobook is over 17 hours.
Well, like you said, you really have to enunciate and make sure that
Yeah.
you're speaking clearly. And
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, nobody wants a narrator where you're like, the fuck did you just say? Like, what was that? Rewind it. Like, I mean, but I'm deaf, so I have to watch everything with the subtitles on because I'm old. So that would be me probably anyway.
So much gray. Well, it's purple because you hide the gray. You know my life. You look like the wandering Jew in our garden with that purple.
For those of you who don't know, a wandering Jew is a plant.
You know the funny part is I tried to not call it that, right? So we go to like the nursery and I was like, hey, do you have any purple heart? Like spiderwort? I'm like looking over my shoulders, I'm like, wandering Jew. Oh yeah, it's right over there. And I'm like, God damn it.
I don't think Jewish people find that offensive.
I didn't know. She looked like a hipster.
Would you think she was gonna like whip out a megaphone and be like, we got a racist over here.
Yes.
Excuse me, we got an anti-Semite.
Even though I'm Polish and my people are all Jewish, half of them. All Jewish, half of them. 60% of the time works every time.
Well, thanks for that fucking lesson. What? Half the time? All the time?
Shut up and keep reading.
All of the times? Did I ever tell you about that? Michaela, we go to wake Michaela up, and my child has a tendency to talk in her sleep, but she also doesn't know we don't know she's necessarily still sleeping. So Melissa went to wake her up one morning, and she says, Michaela, what time is your friend Jeremy coming? And Michaela sits up, and she goes, what? She goes, Jeremy, what time's he getting here? And she gestures very grandly like Vanna White, and she goes, all of the times. And so Melissa starts cracking up, and she's like, all of the times? And she's like, yeah, all of the times. Well, then she wakes up, and all she sees is Melissa laughing like a maniac in her doorway. And she's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you laughing like that? You look like you're on drugs. Like in the most accusing tone ever. And Melissa's just like, okay, just go back to sleep. But I think your friend's going to be here soon. And so now every time she says something about all the time, I'm like, all of the times? She's like, shut up, it's not funny. I'm like, it's hilarious.
See, my brother, I have one like that with my brother that I like to tell, where one time we all went out to a big breakfast. And we get home, and every time we got home, my stepdad immediately pooped. He went to the bathroom first. It was like, we go to the driveway.
I was like, wow, I'm sure he doesn't want you telling this story.
Very Pavlovian, we pull the driveway. Oh, God damn it.
It's happened again. Damn it.
This is why you ride in the bed of the truck, Bob. So.
Poor Bob.
So, we get home and Bob goes to poop. And my brother Tommy is 14 and he's pacing. And because Tommy's got to go too. Apparently he's prairie dogging it. And so he's pacing and we're sitting on the front porch and there's people are outside and they're in their yards and they're just having a good old Sunday. And Tommy just all of a sudden bursts through the front door, clutching his ass cheeks and goes, "It's coming out!"
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
And then takes off running inside. And then come to find out, Bob had been done shitting. He was just in the bathroom with... In the bathroom? No, in the bathroom.
No. Here we go.
Just fucking with Tommy.
Wow, that's so mean.
Oh, yeah. That's how our family were. I remember also, when I was 9, I would be peeing, but I wouldn't close the bathroom door because it was the other side of the house, and I was creeped out by that bathroom. And so my brother would sneak in and smack me in the back of the head and then take off running, so I never knew who was hitting me in the back of the head. which didn't help me.
God, my anxiety would be through the roof in that fucking place.
And there's really thick
People
carpet.
think I'm anxious now. I probably would have been
It
institutionalized.
was really thick carpet, so I didn't hear the footsteps, and I didn't hear him take off running up the hall, so I'd just be trying to pee, and then whack! And I'd be like,
Freud would have a field day with your family.
yeah.
So, Kat has some very strong feelings about audiobooks.
Back to the subject of the podcast.
I hate audiobooks! Exclamation point.
I like you, Kat.
I have the attention span of a fucking squirrel. And if I'm just listening, I space out and miss half the book. Let's all sit and ponder what the attention span of a squirrel fucking is.
Wait a minute. Of a squirrel fucking? Or
Yes.
a fuck?
She says she has the attention span of a fucking squirrel. I
No,
mean,
that's-
I've seen them when they're not fucking, and they're pretty all over the place.
But no, a fucking squirrel is a type of squirrel.
Oh, like
Those are the
flying
ones-
squirrel?
Those are the ones that just run around with their tail curled up over their head with their asshole exposed. That's the fucking squirrel.
I thought there was little fuckers that run in front of your car, and they're just like,
Fucking squirrel. Dodge this, motherfucker!
I was honking my horn, and they just bolt. I'm like, that's right.
So I had to stop right in the corner up where we come into the neighborhood. There's a pond there, and there was this big fucking box turtle. His shell had to be the size of a goddamn basketball. He's in the middle of the road, and I'm like, no, get the fuck out. So I get out the car, and I go to grab him to shoot him outside the road. That motherfucker's a lot faster than it looks, because he takes off Scooby-Doo style, like his feet scraping and running at first, and he starts heading for under my car. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be here for hours. So he gets halfway under, and I grab him, and his little turtle claws are kicking away, because he's trying to get under my car. And so I finally yanked him out and went and put him in the grass. Asshole.
We have saltwater turtles, especially out in the farms. They would get into like, I don't even know how they got out that far, but one day there was two of them crossing the road at the same time, and they were just right in the middle of the road, so you couldn't go around them on either side. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna get hit, and I'm like, go get them. Talking to my boyfriend at the time, he's like, I'm not getting out to go get these turtles. I'm like, fine, I'll do it. And I go to pick one up, and it starts flailing so hard that I'm like, oh my god! Like I drop it, and he's in the car just pissing himself laughing, and I'm like, well, fuck you, I hope somebody does run you over. He's like, wow. He's like, you're not the next PETA member, are you? Like, what the fuck? He's like, so quickly your loyalties turn. I'm like,
Well,
I
be
tried
an
to
asshole
help.
about it.
Yeah, exactly. I tried to help. He fucking pushed me away. I know, no means no.
Man, we digress on this shit like a motherfucker.
Back to Kat.
Well,
And her
back
fucking
to squirrels.
Tried listening while walking and realized there's a reason I listen to music when I walk. Talking doesn't quite give me that motivational push. I don't know. I guess I'm just an eye-reading snob. An eye-reading snob. What the fuck are you two doing?
He dropped the bud. Continue on.
I wish I could fucking describe the scene that is unfolding before me, but I just...
It's here. Hang on, I got this.
Oh, that's cute. The dogs were like simultaneously licking each other's asses.
And they were 69.
Oh, Charlie. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm just gonna keep reading and pretend you guys aren't doing weird shit over there. I don't understand why you would listen to a book unless you absolutely had to. Also, no, I'm not reading that. We'll get fucking sued.
Can you tell us offline?
Well, I could say it, I guess, and just delete the what she's part of it, but I think people can draw their own conclusions. Also, blank is a fucking ripoff.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I'm lost.
Oh, I know.
I'll explain it.
And then conversely, Beverly, I love audiobooks. Used to listen all the time on long drives to work. Now I listen while exercising, doing housework, yuck, and crocheting / knitting. My biggest pet peeve is some male narrators that try to do female voices. Most of them are pretty bad. Stephanie, I hated them prior to this new insane commute. Now I have finally learned to embrace them. Granted, at 1.5 to 2 times the normal speed. Oh fuck, I didn't know you could do that. But it's definitely helping me tolerate the crazy traffic and hours in the car. Yeah, I just listen to podcasts now. Christopher says, I don't know if he goes by Chris, I am fascinated with the advancements which have been made in computerized speech algorithms. Chris, are you in fact a fucking computer algorithm?
True or false? You cannot check the box that says I am not a robot.
That's just such a robotic response. And then Elizabeth. Elizabeth has a lot of feelings.
Sorry, Elizabeth, aren't those a bitch?
I'm a huge fan for when I want to read and game at the same time. Damn, I don't have that kind of fucking...
No,
like,
that's the equivalent of fucking stroking out for me.
yeah, I can't even imagine trying to listen to a book and play a video game. Damn. I listen to them on 1.5 to 1.5 times speed and get through them really fast.
So that is a thing.
Last week, I read 3 audiobooks.
You read 3 audiobooks?
You listened to 3 audiobooks.
Yeah, let's get this shit together.
I'm picky about the narrators. It bothers me when they sound like romance novel narrators and try super hard to sound sexy, and the book isn't sexy at all. Oh, and when they switch mid-series, the infernal devices. I'm looking at you, she says.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to books on tape, so I guess they're just comforting to me. I learned to read when I was 2 years old, but my mom always had me do silent reading time during my sister's nap, and books on tape were how we did that. So I just love them. The end.
Finn. Well, that's a lot of opinions on some audiobooks.
Yeah, 16 in fact.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. We've pretty much beat this thing to death at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
we
should
tap
sign
danced through
out.
this as fast as we possibly could.
Well, that was every bit of 1.5 speed there. So Martina, you want to hit him up with our social medias?
Oh shit.
Yeah, motherfucker. That's what time it is.
Facebook.com/books and bullshit. Right? Podcast? Or just books and bullshit. Oh shit.
Books and bullshit. Oh shit. That sounds like a shitty 90s commercial with kids in it.
Oh shit. I hope not with kids in it. I'm sorry, what's our social media? I had one fucking job. Instagram.com/books and BS podcast.
Can you do it while not laughing so people know what the fuck you're saying?
Wait, I just wanted to fact check here. Fuck you. And it doesn't even say. Oh no! When I pull it up, it doesn't say. Facebook.com/books and bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Twitter.com. Oh, God, I always fuck this one up anyway. Books and books. Bullshit. P1.
Okay, do you want one more time? Don't stutter through it so they know what part is what.
Hey, listen, motherfucker. Why don't you do it?
It's no shame in my game. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well, neither do I. Clearly.
Okay, so what was that one again?
Wait, are we on Twitter? All right, so here we go with that one. Twitter.com/books bullshit P1. Got it? Good.
Is that a Jedi?
And Instagram is Instagram.com/books and bullshit. No, books and BS podcast. God damn it.
Just go to our page and find the shit that we like.
Look, if you really want it, you'll find it.
Also, go ahead and check out our Patreon.
If you really want it, you'll find that too.
Check out our Patreon. We've got some great stuff on there. We have multiple tiers now. You can check it out. You can have tiers as anywhere from $1 up to $15. $10 for the various tiers. If you want to listen to me reading different types of porn stories that you guys write into us.
Not porn stories.
Not porn stories.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
if you'd like
if you
to,
want them in, yeah.
if you'd like to.
So
hit us up.
So go there and check it out. You can see the different tiers and what you get. Also, we've got some sweet swag on there that is exclusive to our Patreon subscribers on the upper tiers. So go check it out if you want some of that. And we want your stories, guys. So go ahead and send us an email, drop us a line, throw some of your crazy stories in there that you want us to read. big all caps when you're starting the story. If you do not want the names in there read, one, don't be a dick and put names in the first place if you don't want me to fucking read them, or at least change the names. But if for some reason you got to put names in there, put a big note at the top, don't read the names in here, because I'm going to fuck that up and read the names out loud.
Or if you just don't want us to tell who sent the email.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. Yeah, send it anonymous. All right, that's all I've got. So let's get out of here so we can do the next one of these son bitches.
Bye.
Bye.